Alongside the 7 categories, the material genres are defined as mass engineered timber, timber frame, light gauge steel, hot rolled steel, concrete and cement derivatives, and hybrid concrete and timber. There are numerous other hybrid versions of all of these materials out with the actual the residential sector. Productivity in the construction sector is very low compared to the average factory, and all of these systems, components and approaches have the potential or are a means of actually improving the productivity and solving the labour and skill shortages that are experienced in the construction sector. Designers need to think about modern methods of construction from the very beginning. It has to be embedded into the overall process. Relative to the plan of work, it's a slightly different approach, in as much as the plan of work tends to be consecutive activities, whereas modern methods of construction may require some concurrent activities. So the timelines and the approach is totally different. You cannot adopt modern methods of construction after stage 4. It's simply not possible. You can revert to traditional construction after considering MMC, but you cannot switch back from traditional to MMC without considerable disruption and time delay and costs, additional costs. The designers need far greater collaboration with manufacturers, suppliers, in fact the entire team. If there's one thing that DFMA should actually encourage, it's actually a better collaboration and discussion. The designers can actually benefit from the experience of manufacturers. They have products, pre-designed products, which then takes away some of the detailed technical design from a designer, allows the designer to concentrate on the more interesting aesthetics and the important parts of a development. What does a client need to know about modern methods of construction? It's basically the same materials at the same cost as traditional construction, but assembled in the factory rather than in a muddy field on a building site. The timescales are totally different from a traditional construction project, in as much as the design freeze needs to be far earlier in the process, and there is less scope for a client to change his mind once the process is underway. And the funding profile from a client's perspective can be significantly different, with materials and components to be paid for in the factory before they even reach the building site. However, there are significant advantages in as much as the timeline can be far faster, and therefore for projects such as hotels and revenue earning accommodation, being finished more quickly means that the money's coming through the door with customers occupying the premises more sooner.